In this tutorial of the Word Bible software, we will be examining several ways and even a powerful tool of verse copying. So if you open up the Word Bible software, here we are just in a Bible, the Net Bible, for example, in this, we're just in a passage here, Matthew 2:19. And a simple way is to select the text and go copy selection. That is a very simple way to do it. You can also just click on a verse, go copy Matthew 2:19, copy Matthew 2:19 until, for example, the end of the chapter, copy Matthew 2, and then the one we're going to get into today is copy verses. This is an excellent tool full of many things. First off, here we see Matthew 2:19. If we would like to continue down from Matthew 2:19, let's go down to the end of the chapter. Actually, let's go into Mark here and go all the way into Mark chapter. Let's go to chapter 3. So look here, 2:19 through 2:20, and it continues all the way down through 3:1. We could go even further if we like. Now note, perhaps we don't like all these links at the start. Let's change the version. First off, I would like to have it be the HCSB. Okay, changed it. Now, show header. So that's up here. We're going to put a header on, or show footer. Maybe we have a footer down here at the bottom. Let's turn off the show footer. We got show header. We got our information there. And I would like to get rid of the inline text. So let's go down to single block of text, and there we have it. Maybe I would prefer it at the end. So there we go. We have it at the end. Perhaps I would like to have a header, but also see my verses. We got verse references. We already had that one. Translation, if you like that. A verse reference after each verse. Okay. But remember, we're looking for chapter and verse, perhaps. There we go again. Let's check another one. Only chapter before each verse. So now we have it. And there's a handy way to edit it. Maybe you like a dash in there. Maybe you're doing some specific coding, maybe an HTML coding, and you could throw that code in there. I've heard some stuff like that be used before. Let's take away the parenthesis, and I would like to have even the book name. We're doing a little bit of manual editing. It says down here, allow, allow placeholders, B for book name, C for chapter, V for verse, parenthesis, percentage V for verse number, and percentage T for translation, percentage N for new line. So let's go percentage N, and that gives us a new line after each verse. We'll remove that away. Let's go percent V, B again here, and maybe we don't want that. We would like the translation, and we want it at before each verse, after each verse, at the beginning of chapter. And that's, you can see it actually is up there, but let's try that again. Percent T. So here we go. We'll put that in there, and that'll be at the beginning of chapter. So here chapter 3 has it. Let's give it a space, and you can see it in there. And no, we don't have that here for chapter 2, simply because this does not start at chapter 2. If I was to jump back to Matthew 2, verse 1, we'd have it up there. Maybe we don't want the chapter indicators before each verse. We just want them at the start of each chapter. And so there we go. And so now when you come down through, get rid of this guy here and here. And so now we have chapter 2:1, getting some interesting things. It shows each verse. Maybe we want a little bit more, a little bit of calling it out here. You got parentheses, and now you can see we're going down through, and that's starting to look kind of interesting. Maybe we don't want just a short name. We want the whole name. So going down in here, select translation in book's name. So let's change it over to the net one actually in here, net 2. And let's see what we can do. We got shortened book names. And let's look at that a little bit more. Show header, we got to turn that back on, net. Let's actually go back in here and see if there's a little different version here. Maybe it'll show us the whole name. Just kind of playing around with this, as you can see, which is an important thing to do in the Word. And you can get some things maybe you wouldn't expect. Now you can go down here and save this set. For example, maybe I like this one perhaps, and I'd say um, sermon copy. And there we go. And let's go to advanced options over here. Default verse text. Maybe you're like, oh, that's not quite how big I'd like it. So I'm going to bring it up to 12. Header relative to that. So I would like it 14. Numbers and footer relative font size. So there you can see they're smaller. We could go down, jump them down to 5, -5 there. So they're quite small, but you can see them if you want. Bring them back up to 2. Bold text for non-verse elements. Let's turn that back on. Copy as text only, no formatting. Copy only verse references. No verse references. Step 4 for single verses. And so you can see there are quite a few things. This short, oh, I see. This is not the translation name. This is the book of the Bible name. So let's change that out. And I also would like to remove the book here, the translation, and I would like to put book. So Matthew, there we go. We'll take off the parentheses, take away that equal sign that accidentally introduced. And now we have Matthew 2 colon parentheses 1 colon. And so we can go, parentheses. Now you can see down through here. Now if I was to go copy, I could do that. Now it's available for my Word document, etc. There's other things like that you can put it into, maybe a Facebook share, things like that, or you go copy and close. And also note here, there's a quick help on formatting. You can control the format and do different things here. So check out many built-in features in the Word, and this is the copy verse feature, and as well as the verse copy tool. So hopefully this has been a helpful tutorial for you. Continue to use the Word Bible software, explore different options, and hopefully this will be helpful for you along the way. Bye-bye.